Today, we're going to be going over my saint project. The 4 saints that I chose were St. Francis of Assisi, St. Teresa of Los Andes, St. Lorenzo Ruiz, and St. Edith Stein, also known as St. Teresa Benedicta of the Cross. But today we're only going to be going to depth of St. Francis of Assisi. St. Francis of Assisi was born either 1181 or 1182. The exact date is unknown. What we do know is that he was born in Assisi, Italy, to a very wealthy family. His father, Pietro Bernardian, was a very successful cloth merchant, and his mother, the Lady Pica, was a noblewoman. St. Francis of Assisi ultimately died of stigmata and trachoma. Trachoma is a disease in the eye caused by the bacterial chlamydia and trachomitis. Some interesting and his feast day is the following day, October 4th. Some interesting facts about St. Francis of Assisi include: his first name was originally John. He once traveled to Muslim territory to try and convert the Sultan. He was the first person to ever receive the stigmata. And in his early years, he was known to live a bit on the wild side before he found God. Until one night, he wound up in jail. His prayer is now used to help people that are in similar situations to that. People that are in problems like excessive drinking or getting too much trouble or going to jail. St. Francis is the patron saint of animals, the environment, Italy, merchants, stowaways, Cub Scouts, San Francisco, California, and ecology. One famous quote from St. Francis of Assisi is, the deeds you do may be the only sermon some people hear today. One scripture passage that I thought related to St. Francis of Assisi is Matthew 10:9-10. Take no gold or silver or copper in your belts, no bag for your journey, or 2 tunics, or sandals, or a staff, for laborers deserve their food. This relates to St. Francis of Assisi because he took the vow of poverty on his journey to God. He did this because that is how the apostles did. They took the vow of poverty on their journey. He did this because he thought the closest people to God are Jesus and the apostles, and he wanted to be as close to God as he could. So he tried to be like the apostles. One Lumen Gentium passage that relates to St. Francis of Assisi is, all the faithful, whatever their condition or state, are called by the Lord, each in his or her own way, to that perfect holiness whereby the Father himself is perfect. There are a lot of ways that St. Francis of Assisi showed his love for God during his lifetime. But the best example, in my opinion, is St. Francis of Assisi was from a wealthy family. But after a fight one night in his early years, he spent a year in jail before his father could bail him out. It was in there in jail where he became closer to God, and that is the same situation where people would use his prayer to help them out. And in jail is where he decided he needed to change, a change for the better. That is when he started learning more about God and going deeper into his journey. Like, one of the things he did was take the vow of poverty. Another thing that in St. Francis' life that helped him grow closer to God was when he received his stigmata. The stigmata is when you receive the cuts and bruises that Jesus had when he was on the cross. When St. Francis got the stigmata, he wanted to learn more about it, and that also helped him grow closer to God, along with his journey. This helped him because as he was learning more about it, he grew closer to God and closer to Jesus because of the same thing that Jesus had on his hand. It is almost the closest you can be to Jesus Christ. Thank you all for watching and listening to my Saints Project. I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.